On today's episode of the top five players in positions in the NBA, we're taking a look at the shooting guard, a role, in my opinion, that has slowly been transitioning to mix with a point guard. You have a lot of point guards now doing shooting guard type roles, i.e., Steph Curry. You have a lot of shooting guards taking on a lot of the ball handling and distribution roles. If you look towards like Anthony Edwards or James Harden. But with no further ado, I'm going to crack into my top five. And number five was hard. I feel like there's four obvious answers above this. But I'm going to go with number four or five being Kyrie Irving. Um, After an incredible bounce back career season with Dallas this year, obviously helping Luka lead them all the way to the finals, Kyrie established himself hopefully back into the All Star game. It's very, very difficult to get in now, especially in the West. But he had a really, really good year, really good bounce back, tons of clutch moments like he always does. Obviously, the handles are always there. He's so fun to watch. Stephen A. Smith, I think, said or Max Kellerman said they're the best show on television, and for NBA, and I agree. Kyrie Irving is always entertaining. I do think there are some people better than him. Honorable mentions go to people like Desmond Bain or DeJounte Murray for this list. But yeah, I have Kyrie Irving at five, which is taking us to number four, is going to be the now world champion Jaylen Brown. That's right, I have Jaylen Brown at four. I think part of his game was being affected or taking a hit. Like, he's less of a stardom because of who he is on his team, right? Like, the Celtics are so loaded that sometimes it can be hard for that star power to power through. Jaylen obviously won Finals MVP this year, well deserved. People were mocking his contract when he made $300 million. I think he's starting to make them eat their words, and I'm happy for him. I know this is off topic, but just something I thought was cool. Jaylen Brown is like unironically a genius. The guy like graduated Harvard, has done rocket science. He was on the chess team. Just incredible, incredible person all of around. Incredible to hear speak. Very deserving of a number four role spot on this list. Could go higher depending on if the Celtics have another great year, and his statistics go a little bit up because stats wise he's not quite scoring where these other people are. Which brings me to number three, which is going to be Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Spida took the world by storm. I remember Denver drafted him and then traded him, and that pissed me off. We traded him to Utah. But it was needed for Utah, and they had a star, and there was the Rudy Gobert Donovan connection, and then obviously they both split up and went their separate ways, and it appears to be working for both teams or parties in that. Sorry, not teams. Donovan has obviously a 70-point game. He's capable of exploding whenever. I think his defense is criminally underrated. He's very, very good at all three ranges of offense, and enough can't be said about the man. He's so good. Easily number third. I actually debated putting him two, but at number two I'm putting Devin Booker. So D-Book, the original 70-point getter, way back. He's number two for me. Why is he number two? Obviously an offensive phenomenon. But this year with KD, it just almost looked like Devin was taking a step back. I didn't see the same explosiveness. I didn't see the offense ran through him the same. Still a brilliant player. Shined out, I guess. I don't know the terminology. But he was in the spotlight in the Paris Olympics Games, and I think you could see just how hard he worked, diving for loose balls. Steve Kerr said he's the heart and soul of the team, and you can see why. I think Donovan loves playing basketball. I mean, all these guys do, but just basketball's in his DNA. A brilliant two guard, probably the last true two guard in my top five list. I feel like the other ones kind of hover between being a point guard. Obviously, Kyrie in the past literally was a point guard, and almost a forward-esque, because they're just a little. Jaylen obviously sometimes can play a three if needed. But yeah, Devin Booker. I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter for you guys. But Devin Booker is number two to number one. Ant-Man. I mean, wow. Took the league by storm. I'm a Nuggets fan, so obviously heartbreaking to see him, how great he was against us. But taking out the defending champions in the playoffs, obviously got kind of matchup gapped against Dallas. So sorry. Just absolute brilliant player. Incredible offensive. I think he will be the face of the league in the sense of the league kind of need that American. What's the word I'm looking for? Like an American on the cameras personality, able to take all the questions, embrace the wins, gracious in defeat, and that's kind of what Anthony Edwards is. People like Jokic, they just don't want to be the face of the league. Even Luka, you can tell, like, he wants to be acknowledged as the best, but he doesn't care about the cameras. Anthony Edwards has fully embraced being the future of the NBA. I have no doubt that he will be a top 5 player in the league for many, many more years to come. But yeah, that's my list, guys. Just to quickly recap: Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, and number 1, Anthony Edwards. Tell me where I went wrong. I love hearing the comments. My favorite part of this YouTube journey so far is scrolling through the comments. Tell me where I was right. Make sure to subscribe. It helps the channel out so much. Makes me continue loving doing this. Podcast episode on Sunday, episode 3. So please tune into that if you're still watching this. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a blessed day and stay positive. Peace.